I know real estate is a male-dominated industry, and you're someone who, like, you've made your mark. You've went as far as getting your GC license. So my question to you is, how do people in the industry, specifically men, how do they feel when you tell them that you're a GC?
I mean, a lot of men are shocked, even with me going to Home Depot every day. Because I'm not a tomboy. You understand what I'm saying? I love what I do. So a lot of times when you think about construction, you think about tomboy, rough and things like that. When I go in Home Depot, I'm me, so I have on makeup, the nails are done, blah, blah, blah. So they don't take you seriously. They don't think that you are capable. And a lot of men, I've experienced a little bit of jealousy. I've experienced a little bit of, oh, it's more so women who are like, oh, wow, that's what's up. Because you don't see a lot of women in Home Depot every day buying material. Not that know what they're coming to buy. You see women in there that are asking men, oh, what do I need for this? What do I need for that? I've been, doing this since 2007. So I pretty much know what aisle I need to go to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get that reaction like, and then when they see you in there all the time, it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe she is really doing something because we see her.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's very empowering, and I just want to say, man, congratulations on that, because within our, like, all over the world, but within our local market specifically, like, women and Black women in general, y'all are bodying things, y'all killing it right now, and to see you, that's really inspiring, and congratulations on that piece, because yeah, that's some very impressive. Also, you've had multiple physical locations for your consignment shop, but you were telling us that you're moving everything online. Or have already moved everything online. So explain that business to us. First of all, explain the consignment business to us for someone who doesn't know how that business works. And also, how does it work online?
The name of my consignment is called Fourth Quarter Luxury. And just give you a little bit of background of Fourth Quarter Luxury. At the time when I started Fourth Quarter Luxury, everything was like falling down around me. I had lost everything. I was forced to go and work like a regular job. And that's the things I be wanting people to understand about being an entrepreneur. All the stuff you see on social media and stuff like that, everybody doesn't post their downfall. For me, I was going through something. I had lost everything, starting over again. I had to work and get me a regular job. Whereas that's where Corey and I met, and, we developed a relationship and became friends. But Fourth Quarter Luxury was born because I didn't have any money to pay my rent. I didn't have any money to do things for my son. So back then, my mindset was a little different. Yeah, I was an entrepreneur, but I didn't think stage. I didn't think, okay, next generation. It was just like, okay, we got money. We buying this, that, and the third. So when everything fell down around me and I didn't have anything, I started to sell some of the expensive things that I had acquired over the years out of my closet. And I just was trying to pay the rent at that time. I had no idea that consignment would become as big as it is today, because that happened in 2014. So Fourth Quarter Luxury has only been around since 2014. And I began selling stuff on eBay. I went from 1 review, and I remember having 11 reviews, and I just cried like, oh my God, I got 11 reviews. And then it just turned into more reviews and more customers, and I started taking it seriously. I got me my first brick and mortar, which was near Sugar House Casino. Some issues happened with them selling the building and all that, so I had to leave. And then I opened up my second location in South Philadelphia on Park Avenue. But as an entrepreneur, I had to make the best financial decision for me. It's a lot of money to have overhead and things like that. And online is like the new wave. Everybody shops online.
Absolutely.
So I made a decision, as to, do I want to keep the store open, deal with theft. I deal with a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't even realize. It's not just glitz and glamour. You deal with theft, deal with people calling out. You deal with, merchandise getting destroyed, all types of things as an entrepreneur. So I just made a business decision that I wouldn't be open to the public anymore, and that I would just sell online and just keep everything warehoused at the location.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, it's dope, and I appreciate you sharing that story, because a lot of people aren't willing to share the ups and downs.
People don't want to tell you. Yeah, people don't want to tell you they're struggling. Like everybody doing they quote unquote living their best life.
Yeah,
they don't want to.
those are things that you want to share because it's always going to be a woman or a man out there who is not where you are. They might not be where you are, or they might be further than you. But my point is that if you're having a bad day or a bad month in business, let's say you only had one sale. I've had months where I might have only sold one thing in 2 months. But I kept going, even with the real estate. You know, I've had people that didn't want to work with me because they felt like because I was a woman that I didn't know what I was doing. So with social media, that allowed me to post different projects that I'm working on. People seeing how you shaking and moving, and then people start taking you seriously. So I want that entrepreneur that's up and coming to realize that it's going to get better. You just have to believe in you.
That's powerful because listen, things happen, but it's about like, you know, the stick-to-itiveness, for lack of a better term.
It's the bounce back. It ain't about the bounce, it's about the bounce back.
Listen, man, I recently in 2019, I had a wholesale deal fall through because of title issues. I was going to make about $35K on one deal. And I wanted to cry like a baby. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But at the end of the day, you gotta just like get up, keep moving. You know what I'm saying? I literally in 2019, I probably had like, you know, on the real estate side, maybe like 5 deals fall through. Which if all would have closed, I probably would have made about 6 figures. But at the end of the day, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. One of my rental properties yesterday, the furnace went. That's part of the game. But the fact of the matter is just like you said, which is why I'm glad you said these. You said you get, you know, told a little bit about your story, because everybody can get online and talk about all the great stuff, but people don't like to share the ugly truth. But that's the part that makes you who you are, is making a mistake.
Right, and I feel like, you know, when you become successful, everybody has a story. You know, nobody just jumped up and boom, I'm successful. You follow people and you learn about people because you be like, oh, well, you know, this person's popping right now. Yeah, but that person been around. You just finding out about them now because they're finally getting their chance. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
For me, I've been doing real estate since 2007. You know, I took the test a long time ago. This is 2019. So you figure I've been dabbling in real estate for more than a decade. Yep. You know, with the consignment, we coming up on 2020. So that's 6 years that I've been pounding the payment. So if you trying to sell online clothes or whatever you trying to do, I don't care what type of business you're trying to do, because you still have to have a business model and a business plan. You can't let, when you're not doing well, distract you and take you off your square. Because if you do, if I would have had that mindset, I would still be working where I was working when I met Corey. And I was making pennies. I mean, not pennies where I couldn't pay my rent, but pennies from what I was used to.
Yeah.
You understand? It's a hard thing when you used to ride in foreign cars and then you on a bus. I'm on a G bus, the 105s. But I'm not ashamed of that, because that humbled me and made me say, okay, Corey, when you get back on your feet, you have to do things different. So that's my story, and that's how I learned. I want other people to realize, like, don't never be ashamed. I never was ashamed when I was on that bus.